What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. Wandavision season review, and just on the heels of Wandavision episode 9, the season finale. And I just didn't want to do a episode by episode with this, or episodic review, because I just kept telling myself I don't know if I was going to stay like in tune with it, or if I was going to just fall out of it and start watching something else. Because in the first couple of episodes, you didn't know what to expect. I'm like, it's kind of campy. It's kind of this sitcom type of thing. And I'm like, well, if this is going to be like this the whole time, then I'm not going to really watch it. I'll wait till like episode 3 to really be like, okay, I'm already invested, so let me see what's the story. And it's a good story that really was fleshed out and was told within, a 35 to a 45-minute span, and the season finale being 50 minutes. So I kept telling myself, I'm like, everything that played into this, I really respect, because it took a lot to really make this, as far as a TV show, have a town and have all the characters, have everything you needed to make a TV show. Like, you really had to switch between, the 50s and 60s with the I Love Lucy, then switching up to the Brady Bunch and having a house like that, and then switching it up to Modern Family in the 2000s, 2010 era. So that's why I kept telling myself, I'm like, just the whole overlay, as far as what they had to do in the background, was really amazing. And Elizabeth Olsen really brought it as Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch. You really got to see how fleshed out how she becomes the Scarlet Witch, because from all the Avengers, which she got introduced in Avengers Age of Ultron, it was just Wanda Maximoff. You kind of like, everybody knows that's the Scarlet Witch, but when is she going to finally have that moniker of the Scarlet Witch, which was in her in this show? So I liked it. With Agatha Harkness, or Agnes, and you see how she gets introduced to kind of fleshing her out. And that's why I said, I'm like, and like, I think episode 8 or episode 7, you kind of have her quick backstory about who she really is, after that reveal of, hey, you thought you're the only witch. So that's why I'm like, I see a lot of origins played out through this. More importantly, my favorite origin story is Monica Rambeau. Kudos, shout out to the actress playing Monica Rambeau as the original Miss Captain Marvel. Now she's really in here as Miss Photon, or just Photon. She get to see energy fields, energy, like she's made of energy. And like, even the season finale, which is a spoiler, that you get to see her full-fledged abilities as a superhero come out, like as she's trying to block the Wanda's kids from getting shot by Director Hayward. So that's why I'm telling myself, this was a definitely cool superhero origin story. It's basically saying that she got her powers derived from Wanda's powers, because Wanda doesn't fully understand and fully know her powers yet. So that's why I'm telling myself, this whole time is almost a Doctor Strange-esque coming of age story of a superhero. So that's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, because I could tell with the Scarlet Witch, this has a lot of implications where she becomes the main villain, kind of like Phoenix with the X-Men, where she's a good guy as a heroine, and then also could be the main villain because she's that powerful. So that's why I'm telling myself, this has a lot of ramifications leading down to the next Marvel Cinematic Universe, where as we all go into Phase 4. I really, really like that. And I just like the ending where she's like, kind of like how Doctor Strange was when he was out of his body and he was like reading those books. She's doing the same thing in her head, but she's awake, fully aware, and then the Scarlet Witch is in there just absorbing all these things. So that's why I tell myself, I'm like, when Agatha said, you don't know what you unleashed, because you don't understand the power that you have. So that's why I said, I'm like, now she has to go in and go read all these books to make sure that she really knows and what's aware of what's coming down the road. Hence, this is going to lead into the multi verse of madness, because it's going to be so many things happening with these two characters, meaning the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. And then you're going into with Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He's in the multiverse, so you get to see so many different avenues of introductions of superheroes, introductions of villains, and they all just get to intertwine into this huge Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's why I tell myself this is something that's mind-blowing. I feel like never been done in film before. So that's why I'm telling myself, from the aspect of, could this be the first time you see main movie characters go into a TV show and then go straight into back into a movie, where you start making these TV shows of these characters and then they all fit within these movies. So that's why I'm telling myself, okay, we can go there. I'm really excited because you can jump into different multiverses with the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange and Peter Parker. So I'm telling myself, okay. And I like the introduction of characters in here with Jimmy Woo, how Jimmy Woo is just it has his own coming of age story within, from Ant-Man to now he's in WandaVision. He's learning the magic tricks. So now and it plays out in the season ending, and even when you meet Jimmy, and he does the card trick. So now you're starting to see that he has his own, where he's just that special agent always around the superheroes because they have so much stuff going on. He's that intelligence on the ground. So that's why I tell myself I like his story too, and I really, really like what's his name, Randall Patt. That man's a really, really good actor, man. Like, and I feel like his time is definitely on the horizon where he's going to be coming either this year or next year, but for sure he's going to be lead acting somewhere. I'm here for it. But overall, and I remember I seen the like all the theories of Mephisto's coming, and just all these different theories. Shout out to Evan Ross and the New Rockstars. I watched them. Shout out to Heavy Spoilers because I watched them. There was so much on that Mephisto Director Hayward is Mephisto, or Mephisto's coming as a season ending, or Magneto is coming. Doctor Strange is going to be in the finale. Like, all these things. And I'm like, just all these crazy theories to keep us in tune with WandaVision every week. I was here for. I was eating it up. I was watching it, trying to study, okay, what's going to really happen. And then when you watch the season finale, it's like, oh, damn. Yeah, it went totally a different route from everybody. I really respect that because it keeps the other channels flowing, because you're wanting that knowledge from these other channels. I totally get that. So I was on board with the crazy theories, and I was just telling myself, I'm like, I'm just here for the ride, man. I'm here for the ride. I really enjoyed it. Even with Paul Bettany saying that I can't wait to work with this actor. I never worked with this actor. So it really was on edge about, okay, who's all coming. It might be Professor Xavier, he said he wanted, but it turns out, spoiler alert again, it's him. So it's just basically saying that he recreated Vision where Vision is still alive. So I'm just like, that's dope. So he's basically, a reflection of himself, saying, I wanted to work with myself because that's what I just did. So I like that analogy. Overall, I give WandaVision probably an 8 out of 10 because I just didn't know where it was going in the beginning, but I do like the story. And it's definitely going to play into in a bigger Marvel Cinematic Universe, but at the same time, it didn't keep that same draw as The Mandalorian. So that's why I give it, knock it down a little bit, because The Mandalorian keeps you intertwined every episode. This didn't really do it for me. It just kind of was like, okay, it's something to watch on a Friday. So that's why I give it 8 out of 10. But nevertheless, I was still entertained, trying to see what the season finale, what all this was going to build up to. And I'm here for it. So, if you guys enjoyed my review of WandaVision Season 1, subscribe to my channel, post a comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.